Find the complete solution to the linear system. I'm going to use elimination. Substitution just is a pain on this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking for things that'll reduce. Now, if you notice, this y and this y are already opposites of each other, so I can actually just add these two equations and y will be eliminated. So I'm just going to add these together, and I end up getting 4x, and then y, negative y plus y is gone, plus 5, 6, 7, so 7z equals 10. So now if you notice, I no longer have a y in this equation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find two other equations. Now I need to use this equation because I haven't used it yet. Also, what I want to do is I want to eliminate y again. If I eliminate another variable, you'll find out that you're just going in circles. But if you notice, they made it really nice for us because this is already the opposite of this again. So if I add this equation with this equation, I'll end up getting 5x, the y's go away, plus 3z equals 1. Now, if you notice, now I have two equations and two unknowns, so I can actually deal with these separately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply, well, let's get rid of x. So I'm going to multiply this by negative 4. Actually, let's multiply it by 4. And if I multiply it by 4, I end up getting 20x plus 12z equals 4. And then I'm going to multiply this by a negative 5. That way it can be opposite. So I get negative 20x minus 35z equals negative 50. Now if I add these together, negative 20 plus 20 is gone. 12 minus 35, well, that's going to be negative 23. See, equals 4 minus 50, which is going to be negative 46. Now, if I divide by negative 23, divide by negative 23, z equals 2. So I found z, and now what I need to do is I need to take this z, and I can plug it into anywhere on this entire page. So I'm actually going to plug it into here, which will give me 5x plus 3 times 2, which is 6, equals 1. So I'm going to subtract 6 to both sides, and I get 5x equals negative 5. So x equals negative 1. Now, what I can do here is now that I have a negative 1 and I have z equals 2, I can plug both of these into an original. Since I got rid of y at the very beginning, I got to do it to the original. And what that does is that ends up giving me, down here, sorry, this is like all over the place. X is negative 1, so I'm going to go negative 1 minus y plus 2 times 2, which is 4, equals 2. Combine like terms, you get negative y plus 3 equals 2. Subtract 3 to both sides, you end up getting negative y equals negative 1, so y equals 1. So my answer is not x equals, y equals, and z equals, it's a point, and the point is going to be x, then my y, then my z. So there is my solution to this set.